Balls so dry, they explode like dust. Suck my balls, suck my balls.
You must suck my golf balls. Mommy?
Yes?
Suck my balls.
You got a lot of growing up to do, buddy. Suck my balls.
Sorry I'm different, but you can just suck my clit and my balls. You know what? That would. Suck my clit and balls. I don't have to suck your balls. Before this day is over, you will suck my balls. Suck my balls, fat ass. I will. I will suck your balls, Kyle. And I will get down on my knee and I will suck your balls. I'll suck them dry, Kyle. Suck my balls, Kyle. Well, excuse my French, Mrs. Marsh, but you can suck my fat, hairy balls.
Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Suck your big balls in your hairy balls. Your hairy butthole.
What is that?
It's my balls.
God damn it, Carmen! How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Holy shit, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of my balls. Suck my balls, a South Park review. I'm your host, Nassim. The air is clean and I'm lighting up that green. Yeah, boy, MSG. Each and every week, me and my bros like to break down all that South Park info for all your nose. And for those who just oppose, well, we say fuck you, check my balls. But thank you for coming back for another edition of your South Park review as we wrap up season 4. But I am not alone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can get this correct this time. He's the host with the most who lives on the West Coast. He's my boy.
Scoop that ass. Scoop that ass.
Jackson. Welcome back, buddy, to your show. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You doing great? You doing fine? You got a brand new
for this new microphone.
Yeah, you got a new mic. You're sounding good, buddy.
Do it, reporter style. Today on Suck My Balls, we go behind the scenes.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we are Joeless once more. Joe had to prepare. I think they got a wrestling event going on this weekend here in Denver, so I think they're getting the venue and all that set up, getting the ring to the venue and setting everything up with the cameras and make sure all the chairs are in place and the merch and everything looks good. So if you're in the Denver area, check out Primo's Pro Wrestling. You can still get tickets, I believe. They're almost close to selling out. There's only like 60 to 100 seats or something like that you can get with reserved seating right now during the COVID times. So go ahead and check out Primo's Pro Wrestling. Give Joe a holler. And if you're there, tell him you love South Park. What?
These unprecedented times.
Okay, so tell him you love South Park and get a picture with him. And so we're back to review the season finale of season 4. It's called A Very Crappy Christmas. Another Christmas episode we're reviewing, not near Christmas time, Scoop. But I'm excited to get through this season because season 5 is coming up. And there is a lot of bangers in season 5, and it's going to be a fun one. But before we get there, let's talk about A Very Crappy Christmas. It is A Very Crappy Christmas is the 17th and final episode of the 4th season of South Park, the 65th episode overall, and our 68th. It premiered on December 20th, 2000. When Mr. Hankey skips Christmas, or that being Kyle's house, the boys find him living with his alcoholic wife and their little nuggets. He then tells the boys that no one cares about Christmas anymore. So it starts off with Kyle and his brother Ice Scoop. They're, doing the typical wait for the Christmas figure. Now, normally you put cookies and milk by the tree. They put cookies and milk at the toilet seat, Scoop. And they waited. Him and Ike waited all night for Mr. Hankey to show up. Unfortunately, Scoop, Mr. Hankey doesn't show up. A cockroach ends up eating all the food. So Kyle, now upset, calls his friends.
Stan, go get the other guys and tell them to meet me at the bus stop in 10 minutes. Good, you're all here. What's this all about, Kyle? It's Mr. Hankey. He hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going back to bed.
It's only 3 days until Christmas, you guys. You know how bad things have been around here. I think it might be because Mr. Hankey hasn't come.
Kyle, I have a full day of watching TV tomorrow. I don't have time to go on a poo hunt right now, okay?
If you guys want there to be a Christmas, you better come help me.
I don't have time to go to poo hunt. Now they're in
Now,
hold on.
now,
Hold on.
Dude, you sneezed on my back.
Oh, sorry. You might get some germs while you're walking around in human feces.
That's where I wanted to cut it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sneeze at you. Go ahead.
now, have you called a friend before in the past, late at night, and you just answer,
Oh yeah. I've taken that call. I've made that call.
Yep.
I've definitely been that person where I'm like, what? Okay, you can do this? Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Yeah, so Kyle calls all his friends together. Now they're going on a poo hunt. And, they end up getting down to meet Mr. Hankey and his family. And what they've seen is Mr. Hankey has got a family this year, so he hasn't been able to get out, Scoop.
Howdy, kids. Would you like a drink?
They're too young to drink, honey.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
And you have to meet the little nuggets, too. Kids, this is our son, Cornwallis.
Howdy ho.
Our daughter, Amber.
Howdy ho.
And our son, Simon.
Hey.
Simon's not so smart.
Hey!
With a peanut in his hand.
What's that, huh?
Nothing, Simon.
A family. So that's why you haven't been able to spread Christmas cheer.
It sure has been tough. Nobody seems that into Christmas up there.
I know, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. My mom's barely bought me any presents so far.
Well, don't worry, kids. I'm sending the Nuggets up tomorrow to spread Christmas cheer. And if you want, you can help them.
Sure will help. Anything for more presents.
Whoa, it's a Christmas party. Hey, you boys want to bet me I won't take off my clothes? Honey, please, you're drunk.
Hey, you're drunk.
Honey, can we go inside for a second? Now, when people come over,
So that was, we got to meet Mrs. Hankey and her family, Cornwallis, Amber, and Simon, who was born with a nut in his head. And now the boys, along with Mr. Hankey's kids, then attempt to revive the Christmas spirit by singing carols on the sidewalk, but they are totally ignored. Even one point is like, "Hey, boys, watch out for that shit there on the sidewalk." And then, of course, while they lament about not getting any presents, Cornwallis begins to wonder about his significance in the world. Now they're watching a Peanuts Christmas special later on, where Snoopy is seen where Charlie Brown was naked, being hit by Snoopy with a board. And the boys end up getting an idea to create a short animation to show the townspeople at the local drive-in. Before that, though, there's a news report about Christmas.
And in other news tonight, it appears that everyone is officially sick of Christmas. In an SBC poll, 38% said they were fed up and tired of the holiday, 5% said they were indifferent to it, and a whopping 57% said they would kick Bon Jovi square in the balls if given the opportunity. Well, I think people are just fed up with the crowded shopping and the credit card bills. I think that the holiday just has become a joke.
You know, it's just that a lot of people don't really believe in the whole Jesus thing anymore, you know? So what's to celebrate? Oh, yeah, right in the balls, man. Right square in the balls.
I love that. Right square in the balls, you know what I'm saying?
Right square in the balls. Right square in the balls.
Oh, yeah. Right square in the balls.
So with that in mind, and then them seeing the Peanuts commercial, they were, I don't have this clip, but I like how Stan makes fun of the Peanuts here. Why does everybody in the Peanuts always talk like this? So they decide that, hey, why don't we make our own Christmas special? It can't be that hard. So they go to the mayor and they pitch their idea to the mayor.
Mayor, we have the solution to your problem.
You do?
We're going to make a short animated Christmas card that everyone can watch and play it on the screen at the old drive-in. It'll have everything. Jesus, Santa, and when people see it, they'll just have to get in the spirit. All we need is $300 for our budget.
An animated Christmas card. Kids, that just might be the dumbest idea I've ever heard, ever. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything. Johnson, cut him a check for $300.
All right.
Johnson. Cut him that check.
Cut him that check. So yes, they get a cutout. They get the money, if you will, and they start the process. And of course, Butters is in on this too. He is their little helper. He's helping them cut out all the stuff, Scoop.
All right, Butters, let's see what you've got. Oh, well, okay. Now, don't expect too much with the budget you gave me.
Yeah, just let us see him.
Well, all right. Here's a little construction paper Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. There, kids. Oh, would you like some toys and stuff? And here's a little Jesus. Hey there, Santa. I'm the light and the way and stuff. Oh, okay, that's good, I suppose. And here's the cut-out versions of you guys. Whoa. Look, he made Stan all fat.
That's not me, that's you.
What? They kind of look like us. I mean, Stan's got blue eyes and I've got a sharper nose, but I mean, they kind of look like us.
I am not that goddamn fat.
Good job, Butters. Oh, hey, I made a little cut-out version of me, too, in case you need it for your animated film.
No, that's okay.
See ya.
Sorry, this part's the best, though.
Oh, hey there, good-looking. What's your name? Butters, man.
Butters playing with the Barbie
Butters,
doll.
would you like to slap
Yeah.
Whoa.
My titties around.
No thanks, ma'am. I'll get in trouble again.
They're so fantasy. He has to put. No, I can't do that, Terry. Oh man. Okay. So while that's going on, Cornwallis, Mr. Hankey's son, has kind of fallen into this depression, right? Because he's gone up to the surface. He saw nobody was in the Christmas spirit, and he's like, "Man, Christmas just really sucks." And his father, Mr. Hankey, reveals to him that Pooh, if you will, is the circle of life. So what they kind of do here is they parody the Circle of Life song from The Lion King, and they're showing how the Pooh is the lifeblood of the whole planet. And the song even finishes with Mr. Hankey holding Cornwallis over a cliff, like Simba did in The Lion King. We're going to play that song for you right now.
Everything that lives on Earth, who's in some way, and that's how the cycle happens each and every day. Just look at the green, green grass and the birds up in the sky. It's all here because of Pooh, and now I'll tell you why. Grass is eaten by the cattle, which is eaten by women and men. It fuses with their bodies and becomes Pooh again. And that Pooh goes through the sewer, where it's dumped into the sea, and it's eaten by the plankton that becomes the fish's meat. And then that bigger fish with the Pooh still inside swims up near the shore and gets eaten alive by a grizzly bear that Pooh's on a dead piece of sand, so it can spring to life and become food for the land. It's the Pooh of the antelope, the Pooh of the giraffe, that falls into the earth and becomes the blades of grass. The grass is eaten by the cattle, which comes out the other end to make food for the humans and start all over again. You see, Sam, you're not an insignificant
Cornwallis
part of life.
breaks out into this fucking fantastic song.
A
Right?
blade of grass and a human.
So
I don't control what they do.
Solo.
Just like your heart beats without you thinking about it, so too your giraffes and your humans do what they do without you even thinking about it. But it is all one life form. It is all you.
I think I see now.
I'm the Pooh of the ground that flows onto the ground.
Becomes the grass of tomorrow, which the creatures turn around.
So I'm the leg of the leopard and the wings of the hen, which becomes dinner for the human and turns back to Pooh again. That's the circle of Pooh.
Dude, this song's not wrong though, okay?
No, it's pretty accurate.
This song is 100% correct. Pooh does revolve, is the circle of life.
Pooh are the antelope.
Oh my gosh. So they sing that Lion King song. So now rejuvenated, Cornwallis and the others begin preparing the dilapidated drive-in for their screening. But before we get there, Cartman and the boys are all doing these filming. So what they did is they kind of reveal it. It's kind of a peel back the curtain on even almost how Matt and Trey did it there with Stan and Kyle, where they set up the shot and then you have to set up the syllables for each word. So you have to make the mouth move for we, wish, you, a, Merry Christmas. So that way when you watch the video back, the mouths coordinate with the dialogue, the dub. Of course, now each time you place a syllable, it's one frame. So you place a syllable, one frame. Then you place the next syllable, 1 or 2 frames. So they're setting all that up. They're going through all that. Well, they set up the scene with all 4 boys. Cartman and Kenny are in there. And unfortunately, Cartman ends up destroying the frame by sneezing. Before we get there, though, Mr. Hankey shows up as part of the cleanup crew.
Howdy-ho! Down here!
Oh, Mr. Hankey. How wonderful.
My family and I are here to get the drive-in ready for the big movie.
Perfect.
Hi there, Mr. Important Political Person. You want to bet me I won't take off my clothes and run naked through this parking lot? Honey, please don't start. I didn't start it. He was looking at my breasts. They're not real, you know. Don't you say that! Oh, big secret. Everyone can tell they're made of silicone.
Silicone.
We'll leave you to your cleanup.
Okay.
Everybody knows they're silicone.
Right. So a couple things here with the boys. This is great. Now the boys do their first audio session where they record the lines, right?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Hey, wait a minute. What? Aren't you Jewish, Kyle? Well, yes, I think so. Dude, Jewish people don't celebrate Christmas. You're supposed to sing Hanukkah songs. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Hanukkah sucks. Don't you oppress me. Fat butt. Then don't belittle my people, you f***ing fat ass. Guys, knock it off. We have to record this.
Dude, that was awesome.
What's awesome?
The script. It's sweet.
That's not in the script. They do this all the time.
Well, it should be in the script. All that you're fat and you're a Jew and stuff. It's great.
All that you're fat and you're a Jew and stuff. It's great.
I wonder, though, do you think that there might have been a little bit of truth there? Like maybe they were recording some stuff, then they started getting into an argument with each other, and then the guy who was tracking it was like, yo, you guys should use that instead. That's hilarious. I don't know, just kind of makes me think here, because they're kind of trying to pull back that curtain, and I kind of get the vibe. They almost kind of show you this process. You know what I mean?
I think
like I'm not saying
that would scare me the
Fred.
most. The part that would scare me the most about that is exactly what happens when Cartman sneezes, and then arguing in front of the piece of paper, and then it just going everywhere. And it's like, I you know, it could take an hour, sometimes maybe 45 minutes to set up one scene, like one click, you know, like
yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy how well, I'm going to play the clip here, but it's crazy with the detail that goes into making a show. I guess my question was, do you think that they were backstage and they had a friend who was Jewish and they were originally making this episode checking the lines, and then they were like, I had a cat, and the guy who was maybe tracking it was like, you guys should put that in the script. Do you think that was real?
Yeah, like maybe one of their best friends is Jewish and they might rag on him a bunch, kind of like they do. I wonder, you know, if they use the voices too when they're trolling their friends and shit. If like, you know, they're like hanging out, and then one of whoever does Randy just comes out talking like Randy, you know, or Stan or Kyle or something.
But as you mentioned there, yes, Cartman walks in and he sneezes, and then they break out into a "Miracle Needs a Hand" song. So let's listen to that.
Okay, the shot is finally set up. Now shoot him out.
Dude.
Ah! Cartman? Well, I'm sorry, I have a cold. That took us half an hour to set up, fat ass. All right, you know what? I have been here too long. I'm sick of making this stupid cartoon, and we're never going to finish it anyways. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Fine, we'll do it without you.
We can't do it without him, Kyle. We've already animated him in it.
We'll dub his voiceover.
Kyle, it's hopeless. We've only got 20 seconds of animation done. We still have Jesus and Santa's voices to record, and we don't even have a third act. Dude, it would take a miracle to finish this thing.
Now, don't go saying that. There's always hope.
Miracles happen most every day. To people like you and me. But don't expect a miracle unless you help make it to be. You hope, and I'll hurry. You pray, and I'll plan. We'll do what's necessary, 'cause
Even a miracle needs a hand.
You love, we love, and I'll labor.
Sha-la-la.
You
Sha-la-la.
sit, we sit,
And I'll stay.
Sha-la-la-la.
Get help from
Sha-la-la.
your neighbor, 'cause even a miracle needs a hand.
Saw that.
You can do Cartman's voice, can't you?
I'm so fat.
You gotta sound fatter.
Yes, you got it. Seriously, I'm so fat.
Rolling.
I don't know what to do, dude. Who should we help? I say we help Santa Claus.
Oh, you're just saying that because he brings you candy.
I don't need to take that kind of from a Jew.
You wish.
We wish.
And I'll whittle.
Tra-la-la-la.
You sit.
We sit.
And I'll spin.
Tra-la-la-la.
Let's all try to help a little, cause even a miracle.
Kenny dies here.
It's okay. We'll just have his character die in the film. Even a miracle needs a hand.
Don't even miss a beat.
Right, and the thing is, it's another acknowledgement too of Kenny's own his own immortality. They realize again, oh, Kenny's dead. That's fine. We'll just write him out in the film. Because it's like if they were really upset. Oh my God, they killed Kenny. No, it's fine. We'll just write him out of the film. It's fine. He's dead. So now the boys got the film. They sent it out to Korea. That was that whole montage too. What they ended up doing is they figured out the act. They got all the cardboard pieces together and they send it off to Korea, where Korea then puts it all together with 300 people sitting there doing the frames. So finally, the film is ready to view. They take it to the town, to the drive-in, and of course, the cleanup crew, as I mentioned, Mr. Hankey then eventually is going to show up. Now, Mr. Hankey, the rest with his family is there, and they got, as you heard, the Mrs. Hankey was drunk. Johnson, those pieces of corn are silicone anyway. So yes, that was the cleanup crew.
Silicone. It's just made out of silicone. Anybody, we all know that they're made out of silicone.
So a few seconds into the film. Actually, first off, Cartman shows up and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "You quit the film." I didn't quit the film. So Cartman joins in to try and get credit for the movie. A few seconds in, though, the film breaks up and everyone sits at home. Everyone then gets upset. It's like, "Oh, well, I guess that's a disappointment," and then they leave. Yeah, I guess we don't really need Christmas. See you later. So they all go home. Everyone's upset now, forcing the children of South Park to celebrate Christmas with no presents. Stanley's mom, Sharon, she's all like, "Isn't this just lovely? We can just sit here and enjoy each other's company with not having to, buy into consumerism and presents." So
doesn't this seem like one of the worst Christmases ever?
Kind of.
Like, I get like the commercialism part, right? But there's ways around that where you can still get gifts and shit for people and make them feel special and enjoy the occasion of coming together for Christmas. Like, you don't have to just like bail on it altogether.
Right? No, I agree. So they're back now at the Hankeys in the sewer, and Mr. Hankey's trying to tell Cornwallis is trying to convince Mr. Hankey that we got to do something about this. And Mr. Hankey's, saying all is lost. So here's that conversation.
It's my fault. All my fault. I got everyone's hopes up.
But, Dad, we can fix the projector.
Oh, it's too late for that, son. Everyone's gone home, and I don't know nothing about projectors. I'm just a stupid piece of crap.
Dad, you taught me an important lesson. That crap is the cycle of everything.
Oh, that was just a stupid song, Cornwallis. I was just trying to get you to stop your bitching.
No, it wasn't a stupid song. Because you showed me that I have the power and the strength to do anything I want. You made me believe in myself, Dad. Now I'm asking you to do the same.
Son, you're the smartest piece of crap since Albert Pudinger. Come on!
So shortly after that, now they go and fix the film. They're able to fix the film itself, the Pooh people, the Albert Pudinger. I like how there's a lead up there. Son, like you think he's going to say that's the stupidest thing I ever said. You're the smartest piece of crap I've known since Albert Pudinger. Play on Albert Einstein, obviously. And they get the film up and running. Now, upon seeing the film, everybody in the town realized that the spirit of Christmas is truly commercialism. And now they're going to rush out to buy some last-minute gifts.
Presents.
My God, they're right. This is about presents. If we all buy presents, everyone benefits. Okay? That is the spirit of Christmas. Commercialism. Because it's what makes our country work.
They're starting to understand, Johnson. They're starting to understand.
We got so caught up in the little things of Christmas, like love and family, that we almost forgot it's buying things that make our country
we got caught up in the shop is still open. We still have time to shop.
Cool. Yeah, so they're obviously, we got so caught up with love and peace that we forgot about buying stuff for each other. So yes, there's meaning here that you should go out and buy presents. Too many presents. Which, if you are interested in hearing the full review on this Spirit of Christmas episode, you can go back and listen to the very first episode of Suck My Balls with myself and Mr. Scoop here as we reveal Jesus versus Frosty and Jesus versus Santa, which Jesus versus Santa is the spirit of Christmas. So go back and check that out. And then, of course, finally feeling content, the boys now are excited. They're going to go open some presents. The mayor walks up on them. The mayor's like, boys, that was great. How about I give you a bunch of money and you do 100 episodes?
Kids, that cartoon was fabulous. How would you like to have your own show and make 100 more of them?
Are you kidding? I think we'd rather stab ourselves in the head.
Yeah, let's just go home and open our presents. Hey, man, if you're Jewish, you get presents for 8 days. Wow, count me in. Yeah, I'll be a Jew, too. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 with dreidel I will play.
And that's exactly also how the first episode of the pilot, if you will, The Spirit of Christmas, also ends with them singing,
Yep.
Hey, Hankey, get your head, baby. So they sing dreidel, 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 and that is the end of the episode.
So we just want to take this time out to recognize our sponsor, the Baked Boys Club. BakedBoysClub.com provides you with all of the sickest apparel available for all your cannabis-related merchandise representation needs. My boy here, Ian, lighten up back. How you doing, dude? I mean, he's baked. We're baked.
Yeah, just chilling.
You know? Big Boys Club. Yeah, I mean, they've got some sick ass merch, dude. Like hats.
Yeah, I just ordered the big mystery box with the hat, the 2 shirts.
I'm jealous.
And the sticker.
Like,
with using our coupon, it brought it down to 47, baby.
Oh my God. Go to Suck My Balls pod code. If you enter that in at bigboysclub.com, put that in their coupon code is what I was going to say on the payment page.
Yes.
Or a little baked. We want you to be baked with us. Join the club. Go to bigboysclub.com. Not just a brand. It's a lifestyle.
Light.
You made stupid.
And we're back. As you heard from our sponsor, BakedBoysClub.com. Use our code SuckMyBallsPod and you'll save 20% off of your items. Scoop, why don't you take us in to some of our trivia and the pop culture?
The animated Christmas card created by the boys over the course of the episode is actually The Spirit of Christmas, Jesus vs. Santa, an early forerunner to South Park, created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone in 1995. The plot of this episode unfolds like the fanciful retelling of retelling of the making of Jesus vs. Santa with Stan Marsh and Kyle Broblovsky. Standing in for Parker and Stone, respectively, Butters also appears as a stand-in for the animation director Eric Stowe. At the end of the episode, Stan and Kyle refuse an offer to make a television series based on their short film. When Stan and Kyle are doing the voices for the special, they read lines from the part of the play after Kenny was killed. Later in the song, we see that Kenny is killed, but then Stan and Kyle say they'll kill him off in the film, implying the events of the song aren't in order. Stan and Kyle providing the voices of all the children in the group as a reference to Trey Parker, upon whom Stan is based, Matt Stone, upon who Kyle is based, voicing all of the characters in South Park prototype shorts. So when Stan and Kyle are the only ones doing, okay, that's pretty dope. I like that. That's cute.
Read off some throwback. Yeah, read some of that pop culture, and I'll wrap us up with the continuity.
So jumping into the references to pop culture, the boys watch A Charlie Brown Christmas, albeit a fictionalized version with much cruder content in television. The Circle of Pooh is a parody of The Circle of Life, and We Are One from The Lion King and Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Much of the plot, as well as the song, Even a Miracle Needs a Hand, come from the 1974 Rankin-Bass special, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. The face Kyle makes during the song, Even a Miracle Needs a Hand, is based on the facial designs of characters from 1970s Rankin-Bass specials. When the boys walk through the sewer, music from Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy from the Nook Ballad is played. That's right.
Right, when they're walking through and he sneezes on, dun 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 dun, bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So that's your references to pop culture and some of the trivia. And then for your continuity, it's revealed in this episode that Stan has blue eyes and black hair. This episode also features the last time Cartman says his catchphrase, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," for nearly a decade. The next time he's actually going to say this is in the Crack Baby Athletic Association episode. Crack Baby Athletic Association. And then a poster of the sexual harassment panda appears in Butter's room. There's also a Cow Day flag that appears in Butter's room. And there's a Brian Boitano cutout that can be seen when the boys are visiting Butters and they're singing the Even America Needs a Hand. Because he was, of course, you guys, who did we see today? The Brian Boitano. So that's, of course, the reference to the spirit of Christmas. So that is your continuity trivia, pop culture. Scoop, what did you like in this episode?
And all those things in the continuity, I do believe, are in the games as well. You can find the cutout of Brian Boitano. I found it. Anyway, so yeah. Top likes. Let's see. First, the boys walking through the sewer when Cartman sneezes on Kyle's back. I don't want you to get any germs while you're walking through human feces.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Mr. Hankey's wife. She is probably one of my top 3 favorite characters of the fucking show. You want to see me take my clothes off and run naked to the parking lot? What? You were looking at my breasts?
Not fooling anyone. We all know that they're silicone.
Yeah, there wasn't much I liked other than that, though, dude. Those two things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
it's a Christmas special, so let's watch it. Like, this is an episode I do watch around Christmas, and it's a cute episode to watch around then. But unless you're watching it around that holiday season, you're like, okay, it's just another episode of South Park. There isn't too much Cartman in this episode. It's more focused, of course, on Stan and Kyle and the Hankeys, if you will. And there wasn't much else I liked. I think what I don't like about this episode was the fact that I don't know. It just feels like a very lame plot. Oh yeah, we're not going to buy Christmas this year. We're going to be in love instead. And it's like, well, I don't know if that would realistically ever happen. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I feel like Matt and Trey, that they do like the polar opposites of society in a satirical take. So I don't know. I kind of agree with you though. This was like a very lazy episode, it feels like, because usually on my annual watch through, I'll typically skip this episode and a bunch of others, and then I'll watch this one around Christmas, and then I'll be done with it. Right. As far as the Christmas specials go, this is kind of it almost just feels like a rehash of the pilot, almost.
I would say it's almost like back to the pilot, yeah, for sure. And they do it with the Alien Probe episode too, right? Because they go back to aliens. So when they get canceled later on down the line. One thing I did forget, I should put note that I do my top like. I did like the Circle of Pooh song. That was a great song, actually. It's a funny song. And I did like the parodies of the Rankin Bass stuff, as I've mentioned on previous podcasts.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Christmas. I do like all the Rankin Bass, old school puppeteering type of animation that comes on yearly. But that's it. That's kind of, we don't have too many dislikes. We're not just going to sit here and nitpick and shit on the show. But it's like us reviewing an episode we've already reviewed. Mm-hmm. It's almost like reviewing the director's cut of the episode, because they peeled back the curtain, if you will, and gave you an insight on how this episode was made.
I agree. Definitely. That's hard to argue. So, yeah.
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's going to do it for another edition of Suck My Balls number 68. Look how fucking professional we are now, Scoop, with all the drops and shit. 30 fucking minute podcast, essentially.
A legit microphone, like, what?
It's fucking great. I mean, not to say that we don't like having Joe here. We love having Joe here, but I'm glad that when Joe's not here, we can fly through these and get you guys the content.
We don't miss a beat.
We don't miss a beat. That's right. Well, guys, I'm your host on the team of the ears clean. I'm lighting up green, your boy MSG. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew_Schaffer. Each and every week, I host some podcasts on hackerhumming.podbean.com. I also produce the New Force Order podcast, which is a Star Wars podcast. And of course, check out our sponsors, thebrosters.com for all of your coffee, zordosoliveoil.com, and then of course our two direct sponsors, thebakedboysclub.com. Use the code SuckMyBallsPod. You'll save 15% off your order. Baked Boys Club, not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. As well as check out road.com/Roadcaster Pro and get this amazing piece of machinery here that we have been using all throughout the podcast.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And you can be a baller just like us. And I mean, I'm having so much fun. I can just press all these clicks.
Suck my balls.
Check my balls. So if you like hearing that, you want to step your audio professional game up, head to Rode.com/RodecasterPro and get yourself aboard. Scoop, do you have any final parting words to say before we move about our Wednesday?
Get scooped.
Time out. That is another edition of Suck My Balls.
That's right. We out.
Yeah, bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Oh, she like butter, and my girl tastes a lot like candy. When she comes, her flavor gets on everything. When we get home, baby, we can knock off the lampshades. When I go, see my candy, and I call, the words they sound like butter. This that strength of loving. When you get home tonight, you better be calling me. Sweating on the candy, lying to you, baby. Butter on the phone, my sweet love. Oh, do you got the lying to you, baby. Butter on the phone, so turn off all the lights and turn on the music tonight. We're doing them thinking things. Love and tangle, sweet love, my angel. Good luck working that angle. And when you get the juice, I can feel it. Ooh, I feel it. But when you stand in front of me, I just can't see. Sweating on candy, lying to you, baby. Butter on the phone, my sweet love. Oh, do you got the lying to you, baby. Butter on the phone, sweating on candy, lying to you, baby. Butter on the phone, my sweet love. Oh, do you got the lying to you, baby. Butter on candy,
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
Smack him a gob!
Ralph Vieira is also on our network with the Vieira Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the Great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcast and the Laughcast. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.